Extreme heat and dry temperatures have forced the DNR to extend red flag warnings for a third day in a row. Plus, a 21-year-old Air National Guardsman accused of leaking classified documents gets his day in court. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Red flag warnings continue today for part of the state as it remains under an extreme fire danger. The warnings run until 8 o'clock tonight, mostly to the north. Warm temperatures, low humidity, strong winds, and dry fuels are making a volatile environment where fires can spread quickly. The public is asked to avoid burning. The DNR said nearly 100 wildfires were reported in the last week, burning over 3,000 acres. Meanwhile, fire crews continue to battle a massive wildfire near Fort McCoy in Monroe County. Several people have been evacuated as the fire continues to spread. No injuries have been reported, but at least 3 structures were damaged. Officials say the fire is now about 60% contained. New at noon, police are investigating after an officer reported hearing gunshots near Warner Park early this morning. The officer was on patrol when they reportedly heard shots, possibly coming from the Trailsway area at Brentwood Parkway. No injuries reported. No property damage was found. Anyone with information asked to call Madison Crime Stoppers at 608-266-6014. Let's head out to the weather patio. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a forecast for another sunny day, but those red flag warnings continue up north.
Yeah, that's true, and we're all very dry. We're just not seeing the wind that would sustain a high enough to give us the red flag warning here in the Madison area. But as you can see to the north of the Dells, that's where the red flag warning is in effect going into the afternoon and even into the early evening. That's where the high fire danger because of the dry conditions. Right now, wind speeds, we have a 12-mile-per-hour wind speed here in Madison. Actually hasn't really picked up yet toward the Dells, but I expect it to over the next couple of hours. Warming up very quickly. We're at 77 already, so I expect us to no problem hitting the lower 80s this afternoon, already 81 in Janesville, as we will see this wind continue to pick up about 10 to 15 here in Madison, but as you get up toward the Dells, it'll be closer to 15 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds, and that's why they do have the red flag warning areas to the north. As we get toward sunset, that wind will come down and become lighter overnight tonight. Temperatures climbing into the lower 80s for most of us this afternoon. Our record high here in Madison is 84 today. We could get very close to that, and it's still going to be mild all the way until 9 o'clock. We're still looking at temperatures in the 70s, so if you have any plans going out this evening, looks pretty good. 82 expected today with a mostly sunny sky. We will start to see some clouds increase, and we got some big changes headed our way. It looks like tomorrow will start off dry, but as we go into the afternoon and evening hours, we're looking at some rain to spread in, and as the storm system winds up, some colder air wraps in. And yes, we're talking about some snow. We'll kind of time it all out for you coming up here in just about 15 minutes.
We're not going to have to shovel this, are we?
That's up for debate.
All right, Kelly. We'll check back. Thank you. New at noon, White House representatives visited Madison today to announce new funding for bridge replacement on John Nolan Drive. The project is part of the $300 million infrastructure plan across America. The bridges are in fair condition, but they are between 48 and 55 years old.
So I'm pleased on behalf of the president to bring $15 million to this $30 million project that, as the mayor talked about, is going to connect communities, create economic development, increase shoreline stability, actually make sure that we get goods to shelves much faster, and at the end of the day, create good, high-paying jobs.
Andrew also talked about how President Biden's Investing in America plan is growing the economy and helping make our communities more resilient. The Air National Guardsman arrested in connection with a months-long intelligence leak made his first court appearance in Boston this morning. U.S. officials are trying to figure out how the suspect may have gotten his hands on such highly sensitive information. Willie James Inman has the latest.
21-year-old Air National Guardsman Jack Teixeira appeared in Boston federal court Friday, facing charges under a provision in the Espionage Act for allegedly obtaining and leaking highly sensitive national defense information. His family ignored questions outside court. With the American flag flapping in the wind outside his mother's front door, heavily armed federal agents made the swift arrest Thursday in a crime that went undetected for several months.
This was a deliberate criminal act.
The Pentagon first discovered some of its most highly classified documents posted on social media a week ago, although the leak began last fall when the material surfaced on a gaming platform called Discord.
It begs the question is, how did he have access to this most highly classified information.
The 21-year-old seen here in the uniform he is accused of betraying had a job that may have enabled him to monitor sensitive networks. Tashira installed fiber optic cable at a military base in Massachusetts.
Speaking overseas Thursday, President Biden expressed concern about the leak, but downplayed any great consequence from the breach.
It's an embarrassment, and I am sure that our allies are just horrified by it.
Virginia Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger is a former CIA officer.
We'll never be able to pull all of that information back from the internet, wiped from a place where our adversaries will be able to see it.
The Department of Defense launched an investigation into how the material was circulating online for several months before the Pentagon detected it. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
And the suspect is being held until his next court appearance, set for next Wednesday. One of the charges carries a possible decades-long prison sentence. The city of Minneapolis is still paying for the actions of the former police officer now serving time for George Floyd's murder. Thursday, the Minneapolis City Council settled 2 prior civil cases against Derek Chauvin for nearly $9 million. Police body cam video from 2017 shows the violent arrest of John Pope Jr. Disgraced former Minneapolis police officer Chauvin almost immediately grabs the 14-year-old's neck, hits him with a flashlight, and kneels on his neck for 15 minutes during a domestic assault call.
If the supervisors had done the right thing, George Floyd would not have been murdered.
2 years after Floyd's murder, a review by the Minneapolis Department of Human Rights concluded the police department, quote, creates a culture that results in unnecessary escalation and/or excessive force during encounters. It's something the recently hired police chief is promising to change. Derek Chauvin is serving more than 20 years in state and federal charges for Floyd's murder. France is counting down to a high-stakes ruling on the French government's widely hated pension reform plan. It comes after months of protests, some violent, and frequent general strikes. The country's Constitutional Council is set to deliver its verdict today. They've been deliberating for the past 4 weeks, and they'll decide on the constitutionality of the law. Almost 400,000 people took to the streets across France to protest yesterday. And 4 years after a fire nearly destroyed it, the Lady of Paris is rising from the ashes. The world held its breath as fire raged through Notre Dame Cathedral in 2019. Many feared the iconic landmark was lost, but authorities say the cleaning of roughly 450,000 square feet of walls, decorations, and vaults is well advanced. French President Emmanuel Macron visited the site today along with his wife.
We're all pretty confident that 2024 will be the year of completion, at least of the opening of the cathedral for worship and the public.
The famous 300-foot spire that crumbled will also soar again by the end of the year and ready to welcome visitors for the 2024 Summer Olympic Games. A years-long mission by a European space agency to explore Jupiter and 3 of its largest moons is underway. The spacecraft launched this morning from Europe's spaceport in French Guiana. It's called the Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer Mission, or JUICE. JUICE will be the first spacecraft to ever orbit a moon in our outer solar system. It'll take 8 years for JUICE to reach Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. And the Dane County Farmers Market returns to the Capitol Square tomorrow morning for its 51st season. The weekly market, which consistently draws large crowds to downtown Madison, hosts more than 200 vendors and is billed as the country's largest producer-only farmers market. It'll run each Saturday through November 11th from 6:45 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. On July 8th, it'll be held at Breeze Stevens Field because of the art fair on the square. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. A new recall to warn you about: audio-visual carts. Details coming up in the Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way.
All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
In need of home repairs? From stairs and railings to roofing and plumbing, Habitat Dane County works alongside families to ensure safe, stable housing for years to come. Qualifications are based on income, need, and willingness to partner. Don't delay. Apply today.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big spring thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our spring thaw sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhafels. Tempur-Pedics are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Right now, you can get a Queen Tempur-Pedic mattress with an adjustable base for just $58 per month when you use Steinhafels' special 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way.
All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
The Department of Justice says it plans to ask the Supreme Court to weigh in on the legal battle over an abortion pill. Earlier this week, a federal appeals court preserved access to mifepristone for now, but under tighter rules that would allow the drug only to be dispensed up to 7 weeks, not 10, and not by mail. That ruling narrowed a recent decision by a lower court in Texas that had completely blocked the FDA's approval of the drug. Luxor Workspaces is recalling its audiovisual carts, warning that they could become unstable when loaded with heavy objects. At least 3 child deaths have been linked to the carts, and another child was seriously injured in incidents dating back from 2006 through 2016. More than 80,000 Luxor AV carts have been sold in the U.S. and Canada. Owners should contact the company for repairs. And big news in the NFL, CBS Sports is reporting that there is now word the longtime owner of the Washington Commanders, Dan Snyder, has reached an agreement in principle to sell the team for $6 billion. The buyers group includes businessman Josh Harris and NBA legend Magic Johnson. If approved, it would be the highest price ever paid for an NFL franchise. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is down 269 points. The NASDAQ off 135. The S&P 500 down 23. Our call for action volunteers are in the building, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Coming up, we'll have today's egg numbers, and some storms are possible this weekend. Kelly has our first warn forecast. And then today on Live at 4, we'll preview the farmers market on the square, which opens this weekend.
The Buy Like a Builder event is going on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. For a limited time, get home builder pricing on the largest selection of name brand appliances in all of Wisconsin. Plus free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Get 11% off everything at Menards and update your home's flooring today. Great Lakes Vinyl Planks are a perfect flooring solution for any room. Check out our great selection of durable, waterproof floors that are easy to install. Great Lakes Vinyl Plank flooring features an attach pad for comfort and noise reduction. Legends Vinyl Plank from Great Lakes is waterproof and easy to install. It's just $279 a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. At McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
You may want to attend college,
but you have a full-time job and kids that need your full-time attention.
How can you possibly attend college?
You learn online at South University.
Earn your degree any hour, any day, from anywhere.
And the credit transfer policies also make it easier to return to college.
The convenience of taking classes where you want.
The flexibility of taking classes when you want.
So you can become who you want.
South University Online.
1-800-211-2082.
Spring savings are in full swing and everything is on sale at Ashley. Sofas start at $6 a month, dining sets at $8 a month, bedroom sets at $13 per month, plus special financing options for any budget and free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Ashley.
News 3 Now is taking action to keep you on top of the latest breaking news.
Taking action whenever news breaks with a team committed to following developing stories so you'll know all the facts.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Stephen A. Smith always brings his A-game.
You need to be on your game to some degree, even if you casual.
And beats Matt Walsh.
I was a 5-page spread in Pickleball Magazine.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report out of the radio barn today. She'll be back on Monday, so here are your farm numbers. Well, April is National Distracted Driver Awareness Month, and a new report finds distracted driving deaths are on the rise. Dania Backus shares what officials say can be done to stop it.
This 2019 video highlights the danger of texting behind the wheel. Police say the driver was on the phone when they drifted into a power pole. Luckily, the driver only had minor injuries, but that's not often the case.
Set up in the air, landed on my head.
9 years ago, Jim Jones was hit by a distracted driver while walking across the street. He had brain damage, severe injuries, and is still dealing with the long-term effects.
Walking around with a cane, I'm not used to that. That was something I had to get used to. But the brain injuries are something because it's short-term memory.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says more than 3,500 people were killed in distracted driving crashes in 2021, a 12% increase from 2020. That's an average of 9 people a day.
Too many people are making it a priority to respond to a work email or send a text message or program GPS while they're driving.
Doug Shoup with AAA is encouraging people to use the driving focus feature on their phone. It can be accessed through settings on an iPhone.
These driving focus features will connect to a vehicle's Bluetooth and also restrict incoming calls and texts while the vehicle is in motion.
Jim Jones's family was told he wouldn't survive, but he was determined to recover to walk his daughter down the aisle 4 months after his accident.
What is your message to drivers now?
I wish people would just reflect on what happens to the families of the victim. And the victim themselves, of course.
And he hopes his story prevents someone else from becoming a victim. Dania Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, much needed rain heading to southern Wisconsin this weekend. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the backyard patio with the details. Kelly?
Yeah, it's even a little bit warmer out in the backyard than it was at this time yesterday, so I think we'll have no problem getting up to 82. We could be getting close to our record, which is 84, so back in 2006. It looks like the warm weather is going to continue into tomorrow. However, a cold front is slowly going to approach us by tomorrow night, and out ahead of it, we'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms, maybe a few in the afternoon. I think better chances of more widespread activity tomorrow night, and then the colder air works in and produces some snow Sunday night. And we are looking at some accumulation. Still a little too early to tell. And obviously, it's going to be a very heavy, wet snow, anything that we do accumulate. But I can't believe we're talking about snow. And here we are, almost 80 degrees already. Red flag warnings continue due to the high fire danger. A little bit more wind in central Wisconsin, north of the Dells. All of us are very dry, though. The humidity down to 24%, and it will remain close to 20-25% throughout the afternoon. Winds will be strongest up to the north. We're looking at the winds to be about 10 to 15 in the Madison area, but 15 to 20 up toward the Dells and areas to the north. That will come down as we go into the evening hours, so that fire threat should go down pretty quickly. Temperatures right now, as mentioned, it's warming up quicker than even yesterday. 77 right now in Madison, 81 in Janesville, 79 in the Dells. So all of us warm across Dane County, 75 to the north in DeForest. We're seeing 75 degrees down in Oregon, 74. But all of us are likely to be hitting the lower 80s this afternoon. And we've got a mostly sunny sky. There just are a few high, thin cirrus clouds that'll be streaming throughout the afternoon hours. So if you are headed out later this afternoon or this evening, no problems as far as any kind of cloud cover. Temperatures even into the evening, up until 9 o'clock, we should be into the 70s. Now, things tomorrow, we should start off dry in the morning hours. As we get in the afternoon, can't rule out a few scattered showers passing through the area. I think we'll still get up close to 80 tomorrow afternoon. I think the bulk of the precipitation will move in tomorrow evening and the overnight period, so it's going to be a pretty wet Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Then as we start Sunday, some scattered showers. It's going to be much cooler, some cold rains at that as temperatures continue to fall from the 50s into the 40s. You see that snow lurking off to our west. Eventually, all this rain changes over to some snow later Sunday. And since it's coming in during the nighttime, that's why I do expect we will see some accumulation. Just a little too early to tell how much we'll get out of it. Will it be shovelable? Maybe, or maybe you can just wait till it all melts, because you know it's not going to last very long. So our first warning, 7-day forecast, 82 today, 80 tomorrow. A few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, the bulk of it holding out until the nighttime hours. A cold rain at that on Sunday. And then all that changes over into some snow with some accumulation like by Monday morning, and temperatures I think are going to struggle to get in those 40s, but we're going to melt this very quickly. Obviously this time of April, temperatures in the 50s and back in the 60s by Wednesday of next week.
Normal high is about what?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's the normal high, around 60?
It's not quite. It's 56 right now. Next week it should be about 60.
So close to normal.
Yeah, we're going to kind of get there eventually.
Yeah, 20 degrees above normal and maybe a record high, and then snow on Sunday. It's Wisconsin.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Up next, Howard has an intriguing tease about today's goings-on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Will Kelly's desire to smash today's cream pie in my face become a reality? The only way to find out is to stick around.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Alien tape is strong enough to hold this fishbowl on a moving car. Just peel and stick and make anything stay in place quick. A wooden shelf, a basket to glass, rugs to the floor, and so much more. Alien tape sticks to brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better. Alien tape secures in seconds, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. You're dying to try it. Here's your chance to buy it.
Call 1-800-490-1347 or go to tryalientape.com. That's 1-800-490-1347.
Leisure Concepts has your new hot tub in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Steel and composite construction and the perimeter insulation is so quiet. We'll deliver everything you need to easily keep your hot tub crystal clear, including knowledge. That neck-deep hot water massage feels amazing every day of the year. You'll never get tired of it. Get to Leisure Concepts and see almost 70 hot tubs that are ready for immediate delivery to your backyard.
If your house was cold this winter, it's going to be hot this summer. And now's the time to get your home more energy efficient. It's National Insulation Month, and we're celebrating by giving you savings of $2,000. And just in time before you get those big summer electric bills. Spring's booking quickly, so don't wait to insulate. Call now and save up to $2,000 during National Insulation Month.
USA Insulation.
When it comes to dessert, are you more of a cake or pie lover? Personally, I tend to lean more towards cakes. However, as the weather warms up and all the fresh fruit comes into season, my taste buds start craving pie. Anything from lattice-topped fruit pies to light and creamy ones, like the one we're making today. And talk about easy. We start by baking a graham cracker pie crust in a deep dish pie plate. While that cools for a few minutes, we mix together a package of banana cream pie filling with a little milk. After this thickens up, we pour this into our cooled pie crust. On top of that goes some whipped topping, and we cover it with all sorts of fresh fruit, everything from bananas to berries. After you sprinkle the top with some graham cracker crumbs and let it chill, it's ready to serve. With each bite, you get the creaminess of the filling, the crunch of the crust, and the freshness of the fruit. To get the recipe for what we call our fruit medley cream pie, all you have to do is visit our website.
You know, I've always wanted to smash a pie at someone's face.
Well, you're not doing it with this one or this one, cuz, ooh, it's so good.
Kelly, do it. The Henry Viola Zoo is throwing a party on Earth Day, and everybody's invited. Next Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the zoo will host a party for the planet. Volunteers will help kids climb mature oak trees around the zoo grounds to help them see the area from a whole new perspective. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi said, quote, "This is a great way for Dane County residents and visitors to have fun outdoors and learn of ways that we can work together to protect our planet." The event is free and open to the public. Kelly's back with one final look at the forecast.
Yeah, we continue to warm up on this Friday. Temperatures likely to be getting close to our record, which is 84. We're sitting at 77 already in Madison at the noon hour, 81 in Janesville, 78 in Lone Rock, Mineral Point 75. Winds below 15 miles per hour for now, but I would expect them to increase, especially areas to the west and northwest where they do have the red flag warning. So we'll look at a partly to mostly sunny sky today. Some high thin clouds will start to increase later this afternoon. Mild, though, this evening. Temperatures only down to 70 here at 9 o'clock. So if you have any outdoor plans going into tonight, it looks great. Even into tomorrow morning. I think most of tomorrow morning will be dry. Can't rule out a few showers developing in the afternoon, but I think the bulk of the rain will come in Saturday night, and that will eventually change over to some snow. And we are looking at some accumulation. It should be melting that by Tuesday and Wednesday.
Monday looks great, 46. All right, have a great weekend. Thanks, Kelly. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.